Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Arrow TV series, The Arrow. Though we won't be able to do anything with it, Arrow does come with the other arm needed to build the Justice Buster. Yeah, that's really disappointing. I mentioned that in the previous review as well. Really disappointing that we could not have gotten at least something together in the way of a collect and connect figure. At any rate, Arrow does come with a bow, comes with an arrow, and comes with the other arm. The back of the package, the other figures in this set. Series 1 consists of the Joker, Arrow, and Flash. Series 2 consists of Batman, which I'm actually curious to see how that Batman's going to turn out. Batman, Superman, and Reverse Flash. All 6 figures will build you this. Series 1 will give you this and this. That's it. Figures may not stand as shown, each sold separately, subject to availability. Colors and decorations may also vary. Not recommended for ages 0 to 3. DC Comics Multiverse figures are inspired by comic-based, character-rich entertainment sources such as movies and video games. These figures are meticulously designed to be truly authentic, celebrating the many universes of entertaining DC Comics material. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, however, we're going to get a better look at the Arrow TV series, The Arrow. Certainly stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. There's more heading your way. Spot would normally have said, let's get the collect and connect figure piece out of the way first. But as we've seen with the other figure review of Joker, can't really do anything with the arm. The arm is just a free-floating piece. Hey, kind of looks like this free-floating piece. Yes, they are correct. They are, well, they are the exact same, just mirror flips to one another. Nothing really to be said for the arms other than they're really light. There's no real weight to them. They are hollow pieces. I feel even like the shoulder areas are also hollow. This whole arm socket area is all hollow, and that's kind of a shame. Again, you could debate whether bigger figures should equal, be more important than the fact that the figure pieces are a little on the hollow side. I kind of wish we could have both, but I would be pipe dreaming, as they say. So, in the meantime, we can't really do anything until Wave 2 comes around. So, what we now have is this and these. And that's all we can do with them just yet. So we'll put them to the side. Spot will have to put them into a bag or something like that just until we get Wave 2 coming around. Bit of a disappointment. Anyways, the other pieces that come with Arrow are, of course, a bow, I should say, and an arrow. I don't know how accurate his aim is, but it's not going to be very accurate based on this really bent arrow that came out of the package like this. I already see stress marks. Can you see them? There's stress marks already on the tips or near the end area of the arrow. So I'm going to have to heat this up, bend it back into place, and pray that the arrow does not bend and break in the process. You can take the arrow, or I keep wanting to call it an arrow, you can take the bow, I should say, and you can have it in his one hand. The other hand is closed shut. However, there's a little hole in his hand. You can take the arrow and just attach it to the hand like so. So you can get some gestured pose in as if he's pulling out a new arrow and he's about to fire it off on through his bow. The arrow, the bow, to be honest, actually the figure as a whole kind of just feels cheap to me. I don't know what it is about Arrow figures. It's some curse that this Arrow line has, both the DC collectibles and now the Mattel line. It's not really so much even a curse, but for me personally, I don't get very excited when it comes to Arrow figures. That's just me. Gonna go ahead and take the bow off. We'll take the arrow off so you can, well, again, there's how it attaches into his hand. We'll just put that to the side for the time being. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Flash I found was good. I think he just had a little more stuff going on to him than what Arrow here has. Nothing really negative about the figure. He's just a lot of green. both dark, light green, a little bit of gold and yellow in the arrows on his gauntlet there. He's got some arrows on his leg holster, and he's got arrows on the back. None of these are removable. They're just affixed. But it's nothing really exciting to me. I don't know. I'm just not overly feeling this figure. He also comes across a little on the short, squatty side, kind of like how Flash came across. His legs. It's maybe just by the fact that the virtue that his joint is where it sits on the figure, but it makes the torso look really long, and it makes his legs look really short. For his face, let's bring the camera in here. For the face, it's not terrible, but again, it's not overly exciting for me either. He's got a hood, and I'm not quite sure how to read the hood. The way they've attached it, you would think that it would be removable. Well, it is glued to the head. You can't remove it from the head itself. So what we ultimately get is we get a hood that can't come off his head, and we get a hood that also isn't attached to anything. It's just a free floating hood. You know, if they can't attach it, I wish, you know, if you could remove it, that would be one thing. I would say, okay, I see where they're going with this. But the fact that you can't remove the hood, I wish they could have done some better job to attach it to the torso so it didn't look like it kind of looks like a kid who has a zip-up hoodie on his jacket, and he unzips the hoodie, but still wears it on his head. It's not attaching itself to anything. It should have came around and somehow attached to the front so it looked like one solid piece, but ultimately it doesn't. It just looks loose, and it looks like he's wearing it almost like a hat. For comparison, there is Arrow, and here is the Flash. You can see what I'm talking about, how they have these short legs. I guess maybe now looking at Flash isn't as bad, but Arrow comes across like he's got really short, squatty legs. It's a nice contrast to one another. Maybe we will eventually get ourselves a TV series, Supergirl. That might be cool as well. But I think I move a little bit more towards liking the Flash than I like the Arrow here. It's not my cup of tea. If you do like the figure, you certainly let me know down below. In the way of his posability, Arrow's head is on a ball joint, not restricted at all by his hoodie, which is almost a negative if you ask me. Shoulders are hinged as well. They hinge out. Slightly obstructed by the tunic, because the tunic is just a hard plastic. It's not rubbery like Joker's jacket. It also means that the arms can't fully rotate all the way around. They get a little stuck on the top of the tunic here. He does have a bend in the elbow, which also rotates the forearm. He has a rotation in the individual hands. He has a waist swivel, so that's at least good there. And then he's got the hinged DC Universe style of articulation in the legs. Lower cut on the thigh area here, a single hinge in the knee. And finally a hinge in the foot. I might even say Arrow is the most disappointing figure of the three figures that we had to look at. He's not bad, but he's just kind of on the boring side. I don't know if it's just chalking up to the fact that he's all green, but like even the face, I find it's just a little on the drabby side for my liking. My favorites from this set, or this wave currently, is Endgame Joker, just because I like the sculpt on the face there. And I also like the Flash. Arrow comes as a distant third. Might I also remind you that this is the third figure that we had to look at, so that's not saying much. At any rate, today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the final figure from Wave 1 of DC Comics Multiverse. We're looking today at TV series Arrow. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching, as you always do. See you next time.